What's up guys, Frosty here, back with another video, and it's been nearly a year since I first released my investment spreadsheet video. However, you guys have had a couple problems, mainly with the sticker prices not working, and also some other prices not working. This is probably the error you saw, and I'm happy to announce it's now fixed. Now, before we continue, I'd just like to announce that I'm starting a Discord community, and here you guys can ask about investments, get spreadsheet help, and it'll just be a great place to communicate outside of YouTube. Without further ado, let's start the video.
Okay, for this next part of the video, I'm going to be going over how you want to set up your spreadsheet, how it works, and how to get everything running smoothly. Now, first of all, what you want to do is go here to File, make a copy, and just make a copy of the spreadsheet so you have all this info for you. Now, first of all, we have this introduction page, and what you'll see are all these functions. And we also have labels for all these functions that are the types of items. Now, the main confusion that people have is between stat track, regular, and non-stat track. Stat track obviously means the item is stat track and also in whatever condition it is. Regular is just, it doesn't have stat track. And then non-stat track means it's not possible to get stat track. So make sure you don't get non-stat track and regular mixed up. And then these other item types like cases, capsules, stickers are pretty self-explanatory. Now, if you go to the functions part, we see that next to each of these, we have a green XML. And this XML tells Google Sheets where exactly on this website the price is. And for example, if our item was the snakebite case, it would tell you exactly where this number is. And then the spreadsheet can import it in automatically. So these are really important. And because the website format is different for different item types, you are going to need the right XML for the right item type. Now, once you have that, what you want to do is go to the example page. You can delete these if you want, but I recommend you keep them there until you're completely sure you know how to do it. So first of all, you want to put the name of your item, this for your own reference, the type. I recommend you just copy it exactly as how the intro is set up, so it's very easy for you to figure out. Quantity, put how many you have, your buy price, and next we have current price. Now here is where import XML comes in. Firstly, when we go to equals import x, you press equals for a function, import XML. We'll see that import XML takes in two things, a URL and an XPath query. Now this URL we're going to put in this box to the right of it. So as you can see, for example, shattered web cases, the first item, which is the URL, the first input, is going to be F2. So that's box F2. And that's our URL, which we copy and pasted into there. Next, you need the XML. And Google Sheets wants you to import this as a text, as a string, which means you have to put in quotes. And so if we go to the intro page for cases, we'll see that this is the XML. We'll just Command C, come here, equals import XML. Our URL is this, and we want to put our quotes. Inside the quotes, we copy and paste the XML. And we go outside of the quotes and close it off with the parentheses. But when we press enter, we'll see the current price is imported, and it's exactly as it says on this. Now you might be saying, oh, it's actually different. That's because Google Sheets does not update as quickly as the CSGO stash website might. But I found that it updates very close to the same rate, and oftentimes, if you see that it's lagging or it's not updating, you want to just hit it with a reload, and most of the time you'll see these prices refresh. Now, as you can see here, it didn't, but it's only a 3-cent difference, and it's probably going to update within the next hour. Now, next we have these 3 calculations. Now, you can just copy mine, and a really easy way for you to do that is click on it, you can drag it down, and it'll update it for the exact same row. So profit is just current price minus buy price times how many bought, which is going to be the total profit. And so you can see it updated accordingly. Now we can just drag these down, and yeah. And you can see here there's an error since we didn't input anything here, so it divides by 0. You can also add whatever functions you want. Just make sure you press equals. You type in equals first for a function, and then you can click on the boxes that you want and use any operators that you want. Now, one thing you also have to remember is go to File, Spreadsheet Settings, and here for General, you want to make sure your locale is set to US. This is super important because otherwise, sometimes these prices will be imported from a different version of this website, and it'll be in a different currency, and Google Sheets will actually import it as a text, and you won't be able to do these calculations. Now, I also have these calculations for you, and if you copy and paste this, it'll be very easy. If you want to move stuff down, you can highlight all of it, Command X, and move it to wherever you want. Make sure you do Command X instead of Command C, since Command C might mess up the boxes, but these are pretty self-explanatory. Totals use this formula called sum product, which multiplies and adds, as you can see here, C2 through C12, which means everything in this C column times everything in this D column and adds those together. So it'll do 10 times 1 plus 1 times 0.5, 1 times 150, 1 times 15, etc. We also have the totals for the current price, which does the same thing, but instead it's between C and E. And these are just basic minus and multiplication equations. Now next we have this currency conversion tab, and this is another reason why you want to import the prices in USD and then convert, since you have a much wider range of things you can convert into. And so this is basically the first row from our example, and we have the current price. So that is box E2. Now, as you can see here, for example, I take E2, and this function called Google Finance, you want to import a string that says currency and then what you're converting. So in this case, it's between USD and ILS, and so it'll make that conversion. And you want to make sure you do E2 times this, since this will give you the ratio. And then you multiply that by whatever number you have here. And yeah, we have all these currency conversions. You can do it yourself as long as you know the 3-letter code for the currency, and you can replace that with this for whatever you want, or you can leave a comment on this video down below if you have a request, and I'll do it for you. Now, finally, we have this totals thing, and this is actually super cool. Basically, this allows you to keep track of your totals every day, and it'll automatically add a new thing every day for your spreadsheet. And this is super useful so you can make a graph in the future of the history of your portfolio. And so if you copy and paste this, it's going to be a lot easier, and you're going to have these daily totals
all in here already. Super easy. What you probably want to do is delete the next row and all this past history, since this is not going to be the same as what you'll have. So you just want to highlight all that and delete it. Don't delete this first row, since this is going to be your current, and this will automatically update every time it does this. Now here's the technical part. You want to go to Tools, Script Editor, and it's going to open you to Google Script. And as you can see, this is the script I have, and yours is going to be blank. But what you want to do is name it whatever you want. Mine's called Daily Total, and then you want to copy my thing row by row. If you do this, copy, go in here, have everything. And I know it's not formatted, you can format it yourself. But yeah, it's all imported. Easy as that. Now, after you do that, what you want to do is press the play button, which you can see right here. It's now called deploy, and it's going to ask you for some permissions, and you just accept them. And at the very end, you want to click on this clock thing, which is your triggers. And as you can see, mine, it's time based and it's every day. And you can add triggers, so you can have notify me daily, which function you want, which is also this one. And then it's from Spreadsheet. No, you want it to be time driven, and you can have it every hour. I would recommend you do every 12 hours. But yeah, you can also do, yeah, I think mine's day timer actually, and it's just set to like the morning at 9 p.m. So very close to 9 p.m., 9 a.m. every morning, it'll update automatically, and you'll have this automatically added. Now, I'm not gonna give an like explanation for what this formula does, since it might be a little too complicated for a lot of the general viewers. But if you want, feel free to join my Discord, which I'll leave in the link in the description, and you can definitely talk to me about it. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was helpful. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. With that being said, Frosty out.